Lately, I've been adding a lot more content to the game that I'm working on, and one thing I decided to add was a hub world. I felt that it would be a more interesting way to navigate the game compared to a simple menu, but I also wanted to do something a bit different with it, and that was to make it massive, so incredibly large that it would be impossible to fully explore it. Even at the player's high speed, it still takes a while just to reach a single edge. So why did I make it this way? I promise there's an actual reason beyond just novelty. You see, as part of my efforts to flesh out and make the game more complete, I wanted to think more about what sort of experience I want to deliver, and specifically what emotions I want the player to feel. Analyzing the content of the latest release, the environment's very dark and lifeless, and much of the context is cryptic and incomplete. Accordingly, it seemed like the most natural direction for the game would be to lean into these ideas of loneliness and mystery. To do this, I made sure that any further content would be designed with these ideas in mind, giving the game a more coherent identity, and as such, a much richer experience. Because of this deliberate choice, I ended up changing a lot of things I never would have even considered before. For example, in the previous version, you could obtain different endings that all feature a unique piece of dialogue. For now, I've kept them mostly the same, but changed instances of words like you to I, as in I should continue onward, rather than you should continue onward. It's a small change, but it means that now the player would feel like he's speaking to himself rather than being spoken to, which of course, inherently feels more lonely. This brings us back to the hub world, technically called the Sanctuary. If the space were small, it would feel comfortable, well-defined, and maybe even cozy, which is not what I hope to convey. But if it was so big, to the point of being hard to even grasp, it would begin to feel a lot more mysterious and unsettling. And if the space itself was mostly empty, it would also begin to feel very lonely. Of course, these emotions are exactly what I'm trying to convey, so that's why I made the Sanctuary like this. But what incentive do you even have to venture out from the small area where everything's located? Maybe I'll share a bit more some other time, but for now, I'll just say that I've implemented some rewards that can only be obtained by exploring the vast emptiness. This encourages the player to explore the area and slowly gain a good understanding of its size and presence. Exactly how the Sanctuary will turn out, I don't know yet, but for the time being, I think it makes for a very interesting addition to my game. Thanks for watching. Bye.